Market researcher Kantar World Panel says Britain's food inflation was 1.4% for the 12 weeks to February the 26th. That was up from 0.7% in the 12 weeks to January the 29th. The Guardian reports that a sharp fall in the pound since the Brexit referendum last June has boosted food prices, with butter up 15%, fish up 8%, and tea up more than 6%. Let's hear what some British consumers think about the situation.
Recently I've noticed that they have risen, but by a very small amount. For example, frozen raspberries used to be £2 and have now gone up to £2.50, and that's within the last 2 weeks. And it's a small difference, but it does make a difference overall.
Yeah, it depends whether you go to Morrison's, Asda, Tesco's. They all have minor differences, and it depends on, you listen to what people say. They say go to Asda because the beef is cheap, so you go to Asda for your beef.
Not too much different. The meal deal is more expensive now. Like, you used to be able to get a lot more options, but now it's a lot more limited in Sainsbury's specifically.
It seems that while some people may not care too much about paying a little more on basic food, others say they have felt the Brexit impact on their living expenses.
I mean, I'm sure it does have an impact. It's had an impact on everything, so it's terrible. Especially people my age group, everyone was, and even in London, everyone was completely against Brexit. So yeah, not good, and it definitely had an impact. Yeah.
I'm a pensioner, so I'm restricted up to a point what I spend and what I don't spend. So you tend to watch for what is going on.
Some Brits also think the UK should produce more local food rather than import large proportions from other countries.
Yeah, I think without the Brexit, everyone, including the UK, should do more local food, because it just doesn't make sense to spend so much energy on moving food, especially in a country like England, that it's very rich, so it can provide the resources to be local.
Research led by Professor Tian of the University of Leeds indicates that only 52% of the food that is eaten in the UK comes from British farmers. The research suggested that if the UK produced more of its own food, it could protect consumers and producers from sharp price spikes. Ming, Tian, CGTN.